Hey guys, today we start with a new series on Python. We'll go in depth from beginner till pro level on how to use Python. But before we start on Python, you need to know we'll be using Google Colab as the IDE to practice Python. Yeah. Uh, how to use Google Colab? I have made a separate playlist which you can go ahead and have a look at. So let's quickly understand first what is Python. Yeah. So what is Python? So what is Python? Uh, by by a definition of Python, it is a very high level interpreted, interactive, and object oriented scripting language. Now, Python is designed to be a highly readable language. Yeah. It uses mostly English keywords frequently, where as other language use punctuations, and it has fewest syntactical constructions than other languages. So Python is mostly written in English. That's why a simple English words. So it becomes very easier for any person to understand and quickly grasp the basics of Python. Yeah. So when I'm saying what is it is a high level interpreted language, what it means is Python is processed at runtime by the interpreter, so you do not need to compile your program before executing it. This is similar to Perl or PHP. But if you remember C, if anyone has used C or C++, you need to have a separate compiler to first compile the language and then use it, use the language to give you output. Yeah. Second, what I said is Python is interactive. So you can actually sit at a Python prompt and interact with the interpreter directly to write your program. So you do not need to have a separate compiler, as I said earlier. So you can just write your command, run it, and you get your output. Yes. Next, what I would have is Python is object oriented. When I'm saying object oriented, it could be used in various programming techniques that encapsulates code within objects. Yeah. So Python is object oriented, which will see how Python can be used as an OOP, which is object oriented programming language. Yes. Lastly, Python is a beginner's language for any person, any programmer, yeah, who is really at a beginner level, very amateur, and do not have any knowledge about Python. You can start using Python as quickly as probably 1 week. Yeah, it supports development of wide variety of applications from simple text to probably a web browser or a website or an application. So Python is widely used to various widely used for various things as such. Let me indent it so that yes. So as I said, Python is interpreted. It's very interactive. It's object oriented and beginner's language for anyone. Yeah. So when I'm saying Python is an open source, this is the biggest advantage. It has a huge community. It's being an open source and cross-platform programming language. It is available for use under Python Software Foundation license. Yeah, this is again compatible to GNU. That's its general public license. on all the major operating system like Linux, Windows or Mac OS. So it is compatible on all of the operating system, you can say. To facilitate new features and to maintain that readability, uh, the Python enhancement proposal process, which is called PEP as such, yeah, was developed. This process allows anyone to submit a PEP for a new feature, yeah, library or other edit. So you can create your own new feature or a library and contribute to the open source code, yeah. The design philosophy again, Python emphasizes on simplicity, readability, yeah. Python is known for its batteries included approach, as Python software is distributed with a comprehensive standard library of functions and modules. So it has its own comprehensive libraries as such. Yeah. Now, Python's design philosophy is documented in the Zen of Python. Yeah, you need to know this. Now, when I'm saying Python design philosophy documented in Python design philosophy. Now, uh, it consists of around 19 aphorisms, such as beautiful is better than ugly, explicit is better than implicit, flat is better than nested, sparse is better than dense. Now, how would I know all this 19 Zen principles of Python? You can just type import this and run it. Yes. Now, as soon as I run it, you will get all the 19 philosophies that Python adopts. It's running. It will run. Give it some time. Yeah. So the Zen of Python by Team Peters. Beautiful is better than ugly. Explicit is better than implicit. So these are all 19 documented philosophies. Yeah. Which are being used to give the Python code a good look, readability, and the kind of interactivity that they require. Yeah. Now, this is what now recently Python has become a very important and most popular programming language. Although it is general purpose language, it is used for areas of applications like machine learning, artificial intelligence, web development, IoT, and more. Now, what is Python? We have seen that, yeah. Now, who developed Python? Now, it was created by Guido Russell during 1985 to 1990. Like Perl, Python source code is also available under GNU, which I have already told, General Public License. Yeah. Now, Python supports multiple programming paradigms, including procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming language. Python design philosophy emphasizes code readability with the use of significant indentation. Yeah. So these are very important things that Python has. Now, given the kind of Python popularity, yeah, it's in very high demand in a lot of companies. Yeah. Which are looking for Python programmers to develop websites, software components, and application, or to work as data science, AI, or ML technologists. When we are developing, uh, when we're talking about all this learning or tutorials, a Python programming with probably 3 to 5 years of experience, uh, would be asking around 150 k dollars of annual package. And this is most demanding programming language in America as well. Though it can vary depending on the location of a job, it's impossible to list all the companies using Python. But to list down a few of them who use Python, you can check this. So you have Google, we have and Intel, we have NASA, PayPal, Facebook, we have IBM, we have Amazon, Netflix, Pinterest, Uber, and many more. Yes. So there are lots and lots of jobs as the data has become an important component of all companies. Yes. So could be the next potential employee for any of these major company. We have what I've tried to do is create some learning material for everyone to understand it and probably practice it in a better way using a free tool called Google Colab. Yeah. We have already seen why and why we should prefer Python language. Yeah. As I said earlier, it is open source. So if I have to learn, I'll add some new lines below. I can scroll up. Yes. So why to learn Python? Yes. Rather, Python is a must for students and working professionals to become a great software engineer. But right now, people who are not engineers do get acquainted with this language very well, as this is beginner friendly. Yeah. Why it has gained more popularity is because it is free of cost. Yeah, since it is open source, it is free of cost. It is simple and easy to learn. Yeah. Uh, it is very versatile. As I said, it could be used for web development, machine learning, and hell lot of things. So it is versatile and it could do different things. Yes. Uh, Python has a lot of powerful libraries for itself. So it could be used for development. And lastly, what matters the most for everyone is the vitamin M, which is the money. So is much in high demand and ensures high salary. Yes. But then you have to practice a lot. Yes. You have to practice a lot. Yeah. What kind of careers that you can look out for in Python? Uh, Let me list down some of the careers that I know. What careers in Python? So you can be a game developer. Huh? You can be a web designer. Yes. You can, and then you can be a Python developer. Yes. Just scroll up so you can see. You can be a full stack developer where you have the entire understanding of all the functionalities which are related to Python and all the programming stack that is required to build some application. You can be a machine learning engineer. Yeah. If you are interested in crunching data, you could be a data scientist, which is in high demand nowadays. You can be a data analyst. Yes. Mostly remote jobs comes with data analyst. You can be a data engineer. You can be a dev ops engineer. You can be a software engineer, and probably many more roles. Yeah. So there are a lot of things that you can be on to learn things. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So these are some careers in Python. Yeah. Now, the latest releases in Python has made the language more easy to learn, easy to read, easy to maintain. There are more libraries which have been included. It had made Python more interactive to in terms of testing or debugging them. Python has also become more portable in terms of hardware platform, having the same interface of multiple platform. It can be extendable using various interpreters. Um, it also provides interfaces to a lot of databases where you have a background database and you can pull data and work on it. Yeah. Uh, Python also supports GUI application that can be created and ported to many systems. Yeah, it is scalable. That's more important. It is scalable, and uh, so that is where the Python applications comes into place, where it characterizes of its programming thing is not limited to learning. It's supports functional and structured programming method as well, like OOPS, as I said earlier, object-oriented program. Yeah. Now, just to learn something about the history of Python, as I said earlier, it was developed by Guido Rossum in the late 80s and early 90s at the National Research Institute of Mathematics. Um Now, Python is derived from many other languages, now including ABC, Modular 3, C, C++, Smalltalk, and other scripting languages. Now, Python is again copyrighted, like Perl. Python source code is now available under GNU, as I said, General Public License. Uh, how did Python evolve? Yeah, Python, which initially started with a version of 0.90, now we have a version which is in is 3.1, 3.2. Yeah. Let's also understand the features that we have for Python. Now, as I said earlier, Python is easy to learn. Yes. Let me put some more text so that you can understand. Features of Python. So it is easy to learn. So when I'm saying easy to learn, this is one of the most important reasons for the popularity of Python. Python has a limited set of keywords. Its features such as simple syntax, Usage of indentation to avoid clutter of curly brackets and dynamic typing that doesn't necessitate prior declaration of variable help a beginner to learn Python quickly and very easily. Yeah. Next, it is interpreter based. Yeah. So when I'm saying interpreter based, it means instructions in any programming languages must be translated into a machine code for the processor to execute them. Programming language are either compiler based or interpreter based. Yeah. So we have C, C++, which is compiler based. So you do not have a compiler and be able to do it. Yeah. Whereas on the other hand, Python is an interpreter-based language. Now, what you understand by this is the interpreter takes one instruction from the source code at a time, translate it into machine code, and executes it. Now, instructions before the occurrence of error are executed with this feature. It is easier to debug the program and thus proves useful for the beginner level programmer to gain confidence gradually. So Python therefore is a very beginner friendly language. Yeah. Second, it is next, it is very interactive language. Yeah. Why I say interactive? Because standard Python distribution comes with an interactive shell that works on a principle of REPL, which is read, evaluate, print, and loop. The shell presents a Python prompt. As we see here, if I go down and try to put a code, this is the Python prompt. Yeah. And if I try to type in print hello world, so it is very interactive, as I said. So it comes back to a reader with the next expression. So if I say enter or run this, it will come to me with the next set of instructions which I need to run. Yes. The interactive mode is specifically used to get familiar with library and test out such functionalities. You can try out small code snippets in interactive mode before writing a program. Yes. Now, the next thing that we need to understand about Python is multi-paradigm. Yes. Multi-paradigm. Yeah. When I say this is Python is completely object-oriented language. Everything in Python program is an object. However, Python conveniently encapsulates its object orientation to be used as an imperative and procedural language, such as C. Now, Python also provides certain functionality that resemble functional programming, but it is not, however. Yeah. Moreover, certain third-party tools have been developed to support other programming paradigms, such as aspect-oriented and logic programming. Yeah. So these are some of the features. Other feature could be its standard libraries that it has. Yeah, even though it has a very few keywords, Python software is distributed with a standard library made of a large number of modules and packages. Now, thus Python has out-of-the-box support for programming needs such as serialization, data compression, internet data handling, and many more. Now, Python is known for its batteries included approach. Yeah, so you need to see to it like how these features help in improving your code. Yeah. Again, it is open source, as I said earlier, and cross-platform. Yes. Now, Python standard distribution can be downloaded from python.org downloads, which is available on the website without any restriction. So you do not have to have a user license. You do not need to enroll, or you do not need to create any logins or passwords to get it. Yeah. You can download pre-compiled library binaries for various operating system platform. In addition, the source code is also freely available, which is why it comes under open source category. Python software is distributed under Python Software Foundation license. Yeah. Now, Python is a cross-platform language. As I said earlier, you can use it on Windows, you can use it on Linux, Mac OS, or Android OS. It is cross-platform. Yeah. The reference implementation of Python is called C Python and is written in C. Yeah. A Python program is first compiled to an intermediate platform independent bytecode. The virtual machine inside the interpreter then executes the bytecode. This behavior makes Python a cross-platform language, and thus Python program can be easily ported from one OS platform to other. Yeah. Another feature that we can think about is about its GUI application. Yeah. Now, Python standard distribution has an excellent graphics library called Tinker. Yeah. It is a Python port for the vastly popular GUI toolkits such as TCL/TK. Yeah. You can build attractive, user-friendly GUI applications in Python. GUI toolkits are generally written in C++. Many of them have been ported to Python. So examples like PyQt, WX widgets, PySimple GUI. So you can use this application to build some GUI applications. Yeah, use this libraries. Yeah. Uh, the next feature, which is one of the biggest feature to become for it to become a data uh, oriented language for machine learners, is its database connectivity. Yes, almost any type of database can be used as a background with Python application. DBAPI is a set of a specification for database software to let Python communicate with relation databases. With many third-party libraries, Python can also work with NoSQL database such as MongoDB. So it can be connected with all kinds of databases to retrieve your data and work on it to give you meaningful outputs. Yeah. Uh, it is extensible. Yeah. The term extensibility implies the ability to add new features or modify existing features. As stated earlier, C Python is written in C. Yeah, and so one can easily write modules, libraries in C and incorporate them in the standard library. There are other implementations of Python such as JPython written in Java and IPython written in C Hash. Hence, it is possible to write and merge new functionality in these implementations with Java and C Hash respectively. Yeah, so it is extensible. Oh, and the biggest thing that you always require when you are being a programmer or any person is the support. So it has active developer community. So it has one of the biggest community who is uh, always available to support people. Yeah. As a result, Python's popularity and open source nature, a large number of Python developers often interact with online forums and conferences. So you have contests, you have blogs, you have forums, you have chat groups. Yeah. Now, Python Software Foundation also has a significant member base involved in the organization mission, such as promote, protect, and advance the Python programming language. So this is the mission involved in uh, Python as such as an organization. When you say when it is an open source code, yeah. So they believe in promoting this language, protecting this language, yes, and advance the Python programming language, coming out with new feature. So Python also enjoys a significant institutional support. Major IT companies like Google, Microsoft, and Meta contribute immensely by preparing documentation and other resources. Yeah. Lastly, what you can see is where is Python applicable? So, as I said earlier, application areas of Python. Yeah. So you can use for data science, very popular nowadays, where Python libraries such as scikit-learn and TensorFlow help in building models for predicting prediction of trends like customer satisfaction, projected values of stock, sales prediction and forecasting based on the past data. Machine learning applications include medical diagnosis, statistical arbitrage, or probably basket analysis, or you can have segmentation of your customers or sales predictions, such as. So it has been widely used for AI and machine learning as such. Its application could be in web development. Yeah. So Python web framework facilitate rapid web application development. Django, Pyramid, Flash are very popular among the web developer community. Make it very easy to develop and deploy simple as well as complex web application. Now, latest version of Python provide asynchronous programming support. Yeah. Modern web frameworks leverage this feature to develop fast and high performance web apps and APIs. Yeah. Uh, what for the applications we can have? We can have computer vision and image processing. Computer vision and image processing. Now, OpenCV is a widely popular library for capturing and processing images. You will come across it when we go to computer vision and image processing videos. Now, image processing algorithm extract information from images. Now, what happens is it pulls data from images, reconstruct that image and video data. Yeah. Now, computer vision uses image processing for face detection, probably pattern recognition. Yeah. If Python port is extensively used because of its rapid development feature. Yeah. Some of the application areas of computer vision are probably the advanced version, yeah, which you can see in robotics nowadays, industrial surveillance, even automation in industries, not only industries, but also in services industry, not in only in manufacturing, I'm saying, but also in services industries, probably in biometrics as well. Yeah, wherein we have face detections and all. Yeah, you can have its application in embedded systems. Yes, and and IoT. Yeah, Internet of Things. Yeah. Now, MicroPython, yeah, which you can access at micropython.org, a lightweight version, especially for microcontrollers like Arduino, if anyone has used it. Many automation products like robotics, IoT, and kiosk application are built around Arduino. Yeah. And programmed with a MicroPython. Now, Raspberry Pi is also very popular, which is a probably popular among cost single board computer used for this type of applications. Yeah, apart from Python, Raspberry Pi is also available. So there's a good application which you can use for robotics and IoT. Yeah, you can have Python used for job scheduling and automation. Yeah. Now, Python found one of its first application in automating cron. Yeah, that's when I say cron, the full form is CRON, command run on jobs. Yeah, so this is automatic cron jobs, which is a scheduler majorly. Yeah, used in databases. Now, certain tasks like periodic data backups, yeah, where you do not need to stay in front of the computer. The cron job can run on its own based on the time period that you have set to run that particular job. Yeah, so that could be for backup. Can be written in Python script scheduled to be uh, invoked automatically by operating system scheduler. Many software products like Maya embed Python API for writing automation script, something similar to Excel macros. Yeah, yeah. So Excel macros, which can be run on and on without a human intervention. So that's what you can do. Lastly, you can use it in desktop GUI application. Yeah, Python now is a great option for building ergonomics, attractive, and user-friendly desktop GUI application. Several graphical libraries, uh, though built in C, C++, have been ported to Python. This helps it to improve its capability. Yeah. I would remember one of the Qt graphics toolkit which is available in PyQt package in Python. Similarly, which one? WX widgets, which has been ported to Python as WX Python. Pythons do have a built-in GUI package, which is Kinter, which I have told you earlier, is a Python interface to the TK graphics toolkit. Yeah. So these are some of the libraries which I could remember of on a quick note. Yeah. Other things that I can see about Python, it is now the application of Python would be its console-based application. You can have console-based applications like Python often employed to build a CLI, which is command line interface application, such as such scripts can be used to run cron jobs again, which we spoke about earlier. Now, mostly to do data backup. So this could be command line. Previously, we talked about application having a cron job, but this is having a command line interface to run the cron job. Cron job, yeah. So there are many Python libraries that pass the command line arguments. Now, the if I have to talk about the library called ArcPass library, which comes bundled with Python standard library. So you can use click and typer to build console interfaces to the web-based application built by the respective frameworks. Some of the applications could be into CAD applications as well. Yeah. If someone knows what is CAD, which is mostly used by engineers, yeah, to draw shapes about their constructions or any kind of mechanical improvements that they are trying to make. Yeah. So CAD engineers can take advantage of Python versatility to automate repetitive tasks such as drawing shapes and generating reports. Yeah. What I can have is Autodesk Fusion 360 is a popular CAD software if anyone has used it, which has a Python API that allows users to automate tasks and create custom tools. Yeah. Similarly, we also have one of my friend has told me SolidWorks, yeah, has a built-in Python shell that allows users to run Python scripts inside the software. So you can run Python script inside the software itself. There is another one which was very popular. Katia, okay, is another copy. Like it's a popular CAD software. Along with VB script, certain third-party Python libraries that can be used to control Katia. Uh, the biggest thing that has come up nowadays, as everyone knows about, is game development. Yeah, very popular. Nah? Very popular gaming apps have been built in Python, like Battlefield, The Sim 4, World of Tanks, Pirates of Caribbean, and more. Yeah. Now, these apps are built with one of the following Python libraries. Yeah, Pygame, very popular. This is the biggest and the most widely used library to create games. Yeah, Pygame is one of the most popular libraries to build engaging computer games. Now, Pygame is an open source Python library for making multimedia applications like games built on top of excellent SDL library. Yeah, it is a cross-platform library, which means you can build a game that can run on any operating system. Yeah. Another library that I can think about is Kiwi, which is again a widely used for specifically for mobile-based games. Now, Kiwi has a multi-touch interface. Yeah, it is an open source and cross-platform Python library again for rapid development of game application. Kiwi runs on Linux, Windows, OS X, Android, iOS, Raspberry Pi. Yeah, so it has wide range. It is cross-platform. Yeah. Lastly, one which I can remember, which one of my friend used to use is PyKaira, which is based on both SDL, yeah, software and documentation localization. Yeah, it is one of the fastest game development functions. PyKaira supports MPG, it supports MPG, MP3, Ogg Vorbis, Wave, etc. multimedia formats. So you can see these are all the applications that you can have for Python, which are being used widely nowadays. Yeah. So this was some of the overview of Python before we move on to learning Python. I thought this could be a basic that you need to understand why Python, where are the application, which are the job areas that are being triggered by Python. Yeah. What are things you can expect from Python? Yeah. So I hope this overview will give you some idea why Python is important and what are the aspects or peculiarities of Python because of which it has become a widely used programming language. Yeah. Hope this has given you a good background about Python before we start learning from the basics of it. Yeah. Thank you so much.